All right, we are researching self-determination theory, or SDT. SDT is developed by psychologists Edward Deci and Richard Ryan and is a framework for understanding human motivation and personality. At its core, the theory suggests that we aren't just driven by external rewards like money or grades or punishments, but an innate tendency towards growth and fulfillment. According to SDT, for people to experience high quality motivation and psychological well being, three basic psychological needs must be met. Three core needs. Think of these as psychological nutrients necessary for a person to flourish. First up is autonomy, the need to feel in control of your own behaviors and goals. It's not about being independent of others, but about feeling that your actions are self authored and align with your true values. Second up, we have competence or self efficacy, which is the need to master tasks and learn different skills. When you feel you have the ability to succeed at a challenge, you feel more motivated to pursue it. Relatedness, the need to feel a sense of belonging and attachment to other people. It's the feeling of being cared for and caring for others within a community. The motivation spectrum. SDT is famous for moving beyond the simple internal versus external motivation binary. Instead, it views motivation as a continuum of self determination. One, A motivation is a complete lack of intent to act. You feel helpless or uninterested. Two, extrinsic motivation, controlled, doing something because of an outside demand, a reward, or to avoid guilt or shame. For example, I'm studying because my parents will take my phone away if I fail. Three, extrinsic motivation, autonomous, doing something because you personally internalize the value of the task, even if it isn't fun. For example, I'm studying because I value being a knowledgeable person. I like that one. Four, intrinsic motivation, doing something purely for the inherent satisfaction and joy of the activity itself. For example, I'm studying because I find this topic fascinating. Why it matters. When environments like workplaces or schools support these three needs, research shows people are more creative, persistent, and physically healthy. Conversely, when these needs are thwarted, such as in a workplace that micromanages, providing low autonomy, gives no feedback, which provides low competence, and is lonely, which shows low relatedness, people tend to burn out, lose motivation, and experience lower well being. A real world example of too little autonomy: a talented chef is told they must follow a strict, pre written corporate recipe with no deviations. Their competence is high, but their autonomy is crushed, leading to low motivation. Another real world example: supporting the needs. A manager gives an employee a difficult project, which allows them to exhibit competence, but lets them choose their own method to solve it, which allows them autonomy, and pairs them with a supportive mentor, which provides them with relatedness. This creates the Goldilocks environment for high quality motivation. So, how do they apply to management and leadership? In management and leadership, self determination theory, or SDT, suggests that the most effective leaders don't just manage employees, they design environments that fulfill three basic psychological needs. When these needs are met, employees move from being externally regulated, working for a paycheck, to being intrinsically motivated, working just because they find value or joy in the task. Here's how the three principles apply to leadership and management. First, autonomy, moving from control to choice. Autonomy is the need to feel that one's actions are self authored. In leadership, this is the antidote to micromanagement. The management shift: instead of dictating how a task should be done, leaders should provide the why and the what, then allow employees the freedom to choose their own path to the goal, allowing them to figure out the how. All right. Practical application: delegation of authority. Give employees ownership over specific projects or decision making processes. Flexible work, allowing flexibility in schedules or locations, supports a sense of self direction. The rationale behind this is that when people feel forced to do something, their motivation becomes externally regulated and fragile. Providing a clear rationale for boring tasks can help employees integrate the task into their own values. Two, competence, encouraging growth and mastery. Competence is the need to feel effective and capable. If a task is too easy, people get bored. If it's too hard without support, they feel disconnected and experience amotivation. A management shift, or the management shift, a leader's role is to ensure that challenges are matched with the right skill levels and resources. Practical application regarding constructive feedback, provide regular, non judgmental feedback that focuses on improvement rather than just criticism. Skill development, invest in training and mentorship so employees don't feel overwhelmed by the tasks they don't understand. An optimal challenge is design stretch goals that are difficult enough to be engaging but realistic enough to be achievable. Three, relatedness, building belonging and purpose. Relatedness is the need to feel connected to others and to a larger purpose. People want to feel that they are needed, not just an outsider or a cog in the machine. The manager shift or the management shift. Leaders must foster a culture of psychological safety and community where employees feel their contribution matters to the team. Practical applications, mission alignment, help employees see how their specific work contributes to the company's broader mission or helps a customer. Team cohesion, create opportunities for social connection and collaborative work. Empathy, actively listen to employee concerns, which validates their presence and value within the organization. The money problem in management, a key insight from SDT or self determination theory and founder Edward Deci is that while money motivates, it can actually undermine intrinsic motivation. If a leader relies only on bonuses and carrot and stick rewards, employees may stop caring about the quality of work and only care about the reward. So, in summary, for leaders, to build a high performing team, focus less on stimulating people from the outside and more on removing the obstacles that prevent them from motivating themselves from the inside. All right, that is self determination theory. All right, arrivederci. There we go.